You are listening to the Joyce Ulrich Show from Toronto, Canada, Arts and Entertainment Edition.
Why are you pounding like a hammer? Heart, why are you beating like a drum? Heart, why do you make such a commotion when I'm waiting for my baby to come? Heart, don't do it if it's not the real thing. Heart, I get so easily deceived. Heart, there is no other I can turn to if not you. Who can I believe? Heart, let there be no mistake. Beware, special care from the start. Heart, though I'm glad for this bit of love we've had, be certain or else you're gonna break. Heart, motor of emotion. Heart, you've never been like this before. Heart, at first I thought that you were joking. Now I know deep down in you that you're sure. Heart, heart, heart. At first I thought that you were joking. Now I know deep down in you that you're sure. Heart, there is no other I can turn to if not you. Who can I believe?
And of course, that song is called Heart. And that's my guest today. And she's got the biggest heart. And she's very well loved in the music industry. And Joe Warmington of the Toronto Sun says, wow, she's got a beautiful voice. And she's a terrific songwriter. And the BBC loves her. They say she's Mary Poppins with a broken heart. But you know, my guest writes straight from the heart. She's a great observer of life and is a wonderful storyteller. And her songs are real and they're true. And she's here today with me. She was born in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and she is an actress. She's a singer, obviously, a Toronto-based singer now because she's not in Saskatoon anymore. It's like you're not in Kansas anymore, you know. Anyway, she's here, Melanie Peterson. I'm so happy to have you here, Melanie. And wow, we've known each other for quite a while. I won't say how long.
Thanks so much for inviting me to be on your show. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Well, let me tell you, when I first met you, it was at the Hogtown Hang over at the studio on Jarvis Street. Greg Nisbet was doing that. Do you remember that? And you had your two EPs. Releases, Unbreakable and oh boy, I should go to your music. But you had
Anywhere From Here, probably. Just 2 albums?
Well, yeah, and you know what? Since then, I mean, you have created 15 more releases, whether they are EPs, LPs, singles. You're a prolific songwriter, and your work is so real. You know, a lot of people, you really do observe life, and you write about it.
I try to, yes.
Yeah, we're only going to be able to hear a few songs today, but boy, oh boy, I mean, you do, and you really strike a chord. Well, at least with me, I mean, so many times. I can go to your shows and listen to your songs over and over again, and yeah, I never get tired. You're a wonderful performer, and I will agree when people say that your live performances are as good as your recordings. which is very, very unusual too for a lot of singers. Yeah, all that.
Oh yeah, that's always nice to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you are from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I know your story, but my listeners don't. So you were born there, and yeah. And tell me a bit about your mom and dad, their influence on you, because they had a big influence on you.
It did have a big influence. When they were in Saskatoon, they were going to medical school.
Oh wow!
And they were in a jug band together. And my dad wrote his own songs, and my mom would join him for a few songs on guitar. Apparently, one of those times she had me in her belly when they were doing it. And I feel like I've always loved the sound of two acoustic guitars, like my whole life.
Wow.
What's my favorite sound, and I think that might be why.
Were you keeping time with your little foot in there?
Probably. Singing harmonies.
Tell you probably. No, but that's really important what you just said, because in vitro, like babies do pick up stuff. They really do.
Yeah, I really think I did, because that sound just puts me at ease.
Mm-hmm. Well, your voice puts me at ease. I love the sound of your voice. It's sweet. It's strong. You have the greatest vibrato, and it really touches the heartstrings, pulls at the heartstrings. It really, really does. And your songs have so much meaning. I have 6 songs. We've played one already. We're going to play all the other 5. I know we were going to. You want to play live tonight, but unfortunately Zoom is terrible for live music, so I don't encourage it. Because I just don't.
Yeah.
But
yeah, fair enough.
There's a song that I was so happy that you included, and that is Lillian.
Aww.
Yeah. But before we play that, because I want to play the first one, because that is a song that really talks about how you observe life and how you write about it and how you care about other people, because your songs are full of empathy and love. I really, even all of them, whether it's Unbreakable or Cinema Girl or Lillian or Rosetta or all the wonderful, or somebody, which we're going to play, of course. But you've got a great. Let's talk about the people you play with. Let's start with Hunky Pete.
Hunky Pete, my bass player.
Yeah, and singing harmonies on all your tunes, and yeah, and sometimes adding keyboards or piano in the recordings, because he can also play the piano. And I guess he was the first member of the band, really. When I met him, it was like 2012, I think. And he was like, "Do you need a bass player?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." And I'd never played with a bass player before. I'd only played with a guitarist. So we started jamming together, and it started to really feel like music when there's a bass in there. Oh, yeah.
And then we started to do open stages together. And we kind of came up through the Toronto open mic scene. And we ended up falling in love along the way.
Yeah.
And so now he's not only my bass player, but he's my partner too.
Well, you make beautiful music together.
We do.
You do, but your harmonies are gorgeous.
Yeah, he's got a gift.
Yeah, and those harmonies are very evident in Lillian.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yep. They're beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, I love that song. Can you give me a little? The story is going to. How about we talk about Lillian after people hear? Because it is the story.
Okay.
The story is there, and then you can maybe fill it in a little bit late. After the song, just a little bit more of the backstory. But I don't want to ruin anything for them, because it's just you are a great balladeer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you really are. You really are. So this is Lillian, and it makes me cry. I love it so much. Oh, it's so beautiful.
I'm so glad.
I know. I'm going to mute myself so I can cry while I listen to this. This is Lillian.
It was a dark and stormy day when I saw her standing in the rain. A young girl town. The folks thought it best to just leave her be, but that didn't sit well with me. Lillian, Lillian, take it from me, you don't have to be lonely anymore. Lillian, Lillian, when you need a friend, you can come round knocking on my door. Oh, Lillian. I asked her inside to warm up and get dry, and she could see I meant her no harm. So with a furrowed brow, she climbed 3 steps into my house, and before I could say, pull up a chair, she was already sitting there. Lillian, Lillian, take it from me, you don't have to be lonely anymore. Lillian, Lillian, when you need a friend, you can come round knocking on my door. Oh, Lillian. She spotted my guitar, stared at it real hard, said she always wanted to learn how to play. I said, this is your lucky day, as the weeks flew by, like storm clouds scudding across the sky. We lit a fire so bright the world could see who Lillian was born to be. Lillian, Lillian, take it from me, you don't have to be lonely anymore. Lillian, Lillian, when you need a friend, you can come round knocking on my door. Lillian, Lillian, take it from me, you don't have to be lonely anymore. Lillian, Lillian, when you need a friend, you can come round knocking on my door. Oh, Lillian.
That's the beautiful Lillian, and that's, of course, Melanie Peterson and Hunky Pete, last name.
Hunky Peter Collins.
There you go. Hunky Peter Collins. And you can actually, your song, it would be considered pop, folk, pop, kind of, in that genre.
Like a folk pop country Americana.
Yeah.
In there.
Let's say Canadiana. Because
I like that.
There's a distinct, let's do that, because we're so used to saying Americana, and we know what Americana is, absolutely. But Canadiana, because you talk about your parents being in a jug band and the folk, we have a very strong folk, tradition here in Canada. I mean, you look at all the people who've come out of our, right out of Toronto, as a matter of fact, all over the country. So anyway, but you have, like I mentioned before, that when you're on stage, you are as good as you are on, such a polished band. And you've been doing a lot of headlining shows at the legendary Dakota Tavern down on Ossington there. And I've had the chance to go down and see a few of your shows. And I absolutely love them. And you don't mind sharing the stage with other people. You're so generous. And I've really enjoyed the shows, the people you play with. And, it's been just absolutely great. So, you've been pretty busy.
Yeah, keeping busy, keeping out of trouble.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should.
I don't know about that.
I think I know what song I'm going to play next. Then and see if you keep out of trouble. I'm not sure. There's a salty side to you, Melanie. That I don't know. I didn't know it was under the layers there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but you received an outstanding achievement in songwriting award by the Great American Songwriting Competition. So there's the Americana thing. So what happened? What was that all about?
That was for a Christmas song that I wrote called "Christmas Breaks My Heart," I believe. With and I released it. Michael Philip Wujawoda produced it.
Great producer.
Oh
well
my gosh,
known,
yeah, he's
fabulous.
Yeah, and I think I submitted it to the contest, and I got that.
Well, no kidding.
Or else it was for another song, What You're Selling. I got that award, and I also got an award for a runner-up kind of award for a song called What You're Selling. I might be mixing those two awards up.
Well, considering all of the releases you've had, 17 to date, I'll give it to you. Okay, no problem.
Okay,
yeah,
cut me some slack.
Yeah, and you opened for Pursuit of Happiness at the Sound of Music Festival in Burlington. When was that?
Yes, that was. That would have been. It was right after COVID, I believe.
2022, 2023, somewhere like that. Yeah.
No, it might have been before that.
21?
Like 2021, maybe. Yeah. It was a few years ago, but that was such a great experience.
I bet.
It's so nice. And it's just a big stage, great sound, big crowd of all people who didn't know me pretty much.
And what was, so you had a lot of great feedback, I am sure.
Yeah, we played the songs from We Got This, side 1 and 2 in order. And that went over well. So it was kind of neat. We played all 12 songs in a row, and I had just released We Got This side 2 at that point.
And we'll be playing some songs from that today.
Yeah, so it must have been 2022, because that's when we released that one. Yeah.
So We Got This.
Yeah.
So I guess after 17 or 16, releases, you do have it. You really know what you're doing. So what was the whole impetus behind We Got This 1 and 2?
Ooh, really good question. I wrote that song We Got This. I did the Artist on Board program where you play your way on Via Rail to Vancouver and back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah. And I stopped in Edmonton to play a club there called Blackbird. And I had 2 days before the train came back through where I could jump back on and finish and get to Edmonton and get to Vancouver. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to be like a real professional songwriter, and I'm going to get up early. I'm going to make coffee, and I'm going to write, because it was snowy and cold anyways, and I didn't know anyone in Edmonton. So I thought, okay, and I'm going to write a song, and I'm going to play
cold.
it in Vancouver.
It's really cold in Edmonton too. You need a block heater for yourself, for your guitar.
It was so cold.
Yes,
it was freezing, and I definitely brought the wrong shoes. But that's another story. So I wrote a song called We Got This there, and I thought, oh, this could be good. I don't know. And then I went to Vancouver and I played it live at a show there. And it was a noisy kind of coffee shop and everyone was chattering. But as soon as I started that song, they got quiet.
Oh.
The room got quiet and everybody was listening. And it made me a little bit nervous. But I kept going. And then I thought, okay, well, this song must be pretty special. So I got a big applause for it after.
Oh, yeah. But while you're doing it, you're wondering, is this okay?
Yeah.
Why did they stop?
Right. It was like, why are they suddenly listening?
Yeah, well, it's easy. It's easy to be quiet and listen to you, although I'm always interrupting. But Joyce has interrupted us. But yeah, no. No. Well, I find that people really do listen to you when you're playing, and you do. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about the big stage for you. I would love to see you guys at Massey Hall. I'm still waiting for that gig to happen.
Yeah, and that's a dream for sure. That's definitely like a goal. Want to get there.
That's a doable. That's a get there. We got it goal.
Yeah,
we got this. We got this goal. Yes, absolutely. It's totally doable. Absolutely. Massey Hall is not as daunting as you may think to get in there. You can do this. You can do this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, well, what the heck? I think we'll play your salty song.
Let's play it. Let's play the salt. Salty song.
Are you kidding me? I think I love this song. Every time you sing it, people go wild. They love this
They
song.
do.
They get all happy, even though it's a sad song. No, it's not a sad song.
Yeah, even though it's a drinking to forget your pain song.
That one, yeah. And and it's really hard to get airplay for a song like that because, right?
Yeah. I learned that the hard way.
That's why I'm playing it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
No problem. No, because you know what? I think sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed this, it's like people are afraid of what's real, what's life,
Yeah.
I mean, so how many great songs, like whether it's Kenny Rogers or who, I don't know. I just threw that out there. I don't know why. I don't know what song it was, but or even, like just songs about real stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and people are afraid to write that,
Yeah.
because in case they're going to offend somebody.
Yeah, it's
trigger someone to take drugs or trigger someone to take booze.
Oh.
That seems to be we can't play that, we can't do that. We can't whitewash art.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So on that note.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So we're going to play Tequila, one tequila, because it's not tequila, because we always had the do. It's not that one. It's one tequila. Okay, so you're gonna love this, everyone. Whether you do or you don't, I'm playing it anyway. I love it. Melanie does a great job on this one, and there's a great video that goes along with it. Go and see her videos, and we'll tell you more about her website and how to get there too, right after this. So here it is, One Tequila.
Pour me another shot. Don't have to be the best you got. Line up a couple more, 'cause I don't wanna think about him anymore. One tequila, raise your glass to tequila, tip it back, 3 tequila, 4, 5 tequila, aching head, 6 tequila, empty bed, 7 tequila, floor, pour out another round. Don't kick a girl when she is down. He was my favorite song, and I don't wanna think about moving on. One tequila, raise your glass, 2 tequila, tip it back, 3 tequila, 4, 5 tequila, aching head, 6 tequila, empty bed, 7 tequila, floor. Let's see if I can drown out every memory, every dream of what could have been. Come by it honestly. 1 tequila, raise your glass, 2 tequila, tip it back, 3 tequila, 4, 5 tequila, aching head, 6 tequila, empty bed, 7 tequila, floor. 1 tequila, raise your glass, 2 tequila, tip it back, 3 tequila, 4, 5 tequila, aching head, 6 tequila, empty bed, 7 tequila, floor.
Wow. I fall down for that song.
Yes, and if you want to see me fall down in that song, check out the video on YouTube.
That's right. And you can go to melaniepeterson.ca. That's MELANIEPETERSON.ca. And the videos, the links are there, right? For the
Yeah,
videos?
all my links are there.
All your
yeah.
links are there for your music, your videos, everything's there. It's a fabulous website, by the way. Really, really, really beautiful. Really nicely done.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Thanks so
you know what? That song is fun. And the production is so great. All the little things in it that make it like the fun, you know, just
Yeah.
it's you're an actress, right? So
Yeah.
this has got the drama. This is just
Yeah.
it's your acting piece, you know.
It is. I
yeah.
felt that way during the video too. I was like, oh yay, I get to play drunk. Great.
Well, yeah, all the greatest actors and actresses, you know, play drunk. There you go. Let's go back. Back a few decades, you know, because now it's not so popular. But no, you know,
True.
it's true. You know, I mean, Dean Martin, my goodness, he never, you know, he wasn't, but they all, you know, it was his deal, you know. But I really, really love this. It's got almost, and not because it's tequila, but it's almost got like a Jimmy Buffett feel to it. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you know what I mean, like Margaritaville and you know, because you know, like that kind of thing where it's like wasting away again in Margaritaville, you know, but it's got that kind of vibe.
Yeah, and that was produced by Mitch Cheerio.
He's
he
really
produced
good too.
Like
He's
90% of my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he's great. And people have got to go online and watch your videos because they're super, you know. And you get to see the guys too, you know, all of the Mitch and Hunky Pete and everyone. You've got a great band that you go out with regularly when you can go out with a full band. So that's Hunky Pete. That's and then you switch up the your lead guitar, right?
Yeah, from time to time we switch up the lead guitar depending on who's available.
Yeah, it's not the way it is.
Yeah, because they're working all the time. So we have a few that we really like Jonathan Billings, sometimes Mitch Cheerio. Frank Karen has come in, done some lead for us before. Even Chris Burkett a couple of times has come and played our guitar.
Wow, that's wonderful. And your drummer.
Lucky Pete Lambert.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Pete and Hunky Pete.
Yeah.
Lucky Pete.
I got them all.
The importance of being Pete.
Well, when the three of us play together, Lucky Pete, Peter Collins, and Melanie Peterson, we're just like,
oh my goodness, that's right, Peterson, of course, the three Petes,
all Petes,
the three Petes.
Yeah.
Oh, don't play Moss Park because then you'll be Pete Moss. So.
Okay, now we have to.
Done. Oh, I don't know why I said that. Please forget it.
It was good. It was good.
But anyway, that would be funny. But do they have concerts at Moss Park? I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, okay. Maybe it'll be a new thing. We'll do it.
Maybe it will be. So where are you going to be? Have you got you're going to be? You're chilling during the summer. Actually, you've done a lot at the Dakota, and also there's the other great bar you were playing on. Is it on Bloor?
Oh yes, Sauce on the Danforth.
Yeah, that's a great place too. Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
so sweet.
It is so sweet.
Yeah. We did a few out-of-town gigs recently, one at Stratford, one in Corbyville.
Oh, good.
And now we're going to be playing at the Danny Loves Music Festival on the Danforth on July 21st, 2 to 3 p.m.
Okay. Now, the Taste of the Danforth is over. Isn't that awful?
Yeah. So I
guess
this is the new thing. Yeah, that is a shock. That's like the Beaches Jazz Festival not happening.
I know.
So unlikely.
Well, the Taste of the Danforth started all the street festivals off. That was the trigger. The taste of everything, Taste of Little Italy, taste of this and that and the other. So and I used to help book. Well, I was with Pablo Terry and Sol de Cuba. I booked them into to the Taste of the Danforth years and years ago. Taste of Little Italy. Have you? So back to you. I digress. I always do this. Anyway, what the heck? It's conversation, right? So yeah.
Yes.
So what's it called again?
It's the Danny Loves Music Festival.
Danny Loves Music Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 20th and 21st of July, and it's in a park called Lynn Park on the Danforth.
Okay, I know. I think I know where that is.
Yeah, I'm on it too, and there's lots of other artists. So, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's a free festival too. So
yeah, well, it's good that they're doing something because it's a darn shame because I feel for the BIA down there, because that although they can't afford it, it's very expensive to put on a music festival.
Yeah, the BIA is definitely involved in this one.
That's good. Well, you know what? Maybe they'll start small and build, until they build their chops again. I think that's great. Oh my gosh! Yeah. But that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be great.
That'll be fun. That'll be a full band show.
Yeah, and good weather. That's a good time of year too. The weather's usually good. June is terrible, but July is much better.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too hot, but whatever.
Too hot.
Do it. We'll do it.
You'll do it. Okay, so let's get on with so somebody. That I love this song. I love this song. So
I like it.
It's a great song, and every time you play it, I just love it. So backstory to that one, somebody.
Oh yeah,
that's on your new EP. Your new album.
That's on We Got This Side too.
Yeah.
That's lead track. And what happened was it was during COVID, and I went on a writer's retreat for one. Mm-hmm. So this wonderful woman has a house that she lends out to writers to go and have some quiet time and write. So that's cool. I got connected with her, and she let me go to her place and write for a week. And I set a goal for myself to write a song by the end of the week. And the song that I wrote was Somebody's Somebody. And I wanted to be sure to make sure it was upbeat and positive. That's what I felt. I wanted to add something like that for the album. And that's what happened. It was easy to write a song in a week when you're totally alone, no distractions.
Or you could have the blank page syndrome, Both things can happen. But you are prolific. So how just before we play somebody, what do you envision? Like when you're writing songs, because you really do see life.
Yeah.
You get it, and you tell the story so beautifully, whether you've lived it or you've watched someone else live it.
Yeah. In this case, it was just based on a couple of friends of mine who dated in high school, and they were together, and they seemed like they were going to get married and stuff. But then they ended up marrying other people, and they're both divorced now. And I wrote this song for them because I don't believe in setting up my friends anymore. I learned the hard way not to do that.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, at least I can write this song. And if they hear it, maybe they'll be inspired to take the leap and let themselves love each other again.
Oh,
because they always talk about each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, that kind of love never dies.
I agree. Well said.
This first love. Yeah.
Yes.
I've got someone like that. He's married, and it just didn't happen. But so you're not going to set me up with anyone. Is what you're saying? Okay, no problem.
No, because I want to keep our friendship.
I know. Just kidding.
That's more important to me.
I know. There's some things that you just don't want to cross that line. So here we go. This is somebody for somebody who's somebody's listening, who somebody should get together with somebody. So this is somebody. Does that explain it just about right?
Yeah, well said.
I know. You'll say it even better in this. So here it is, somebody.
Still got the same phone number. Still drives like a maniac. She still leaves the porch light on to guide your way back. You told yourself you had to play it safe, and you did. But deep down, don't you wish you had just let her in? 'Cause everybody wants to be somebody, and sometimes somebody is hard to find. Everybody wants to be somebody, be the final scene where you chase her to the airport, then get down on one knee. You told yourself you had to draw the line, and you did, but deep down don't you wish you had just let her in? 'Cause everybody wants to be somebody, somebody, and sometimes somebody is hard to find. Everybody wants to be somebody, somebody, so won't you tell me why you're wasting time? Somebody, 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 somebody. Do you wanna look back and say, I could have had it all, but I was afraid? Do you wanna look back and know you could have had it all, but you let her go? Everybody wants to be somebody, somebody, and sometimes somebody is hard to find. Everybody wants to be somebody, somebody, so won't you tell me why you're wasting time? Somebody, 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 you are somebody, 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 you are. Do you wanna look back and say, I could have had it all, but I was afraid?
Oh my gosh. Your production values are amazing. The arrangements are excellent. It's amazing. It really is like a magic wand is waved over your music, and it's like poof, like it's not poof. I know you got a lot of work there, but all the little bips and bobs, like it really is bibbity bobbity boo, It's wonderful.
Yeah. And that's Mitch again, Mitch Girio, the producer. He's just so inspired when he works.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've been working with him for a long time. Not you know what I mean?
But I could see the progress in our work, like just gradually through each album, like discussing, what we want to be better the next time. And I can hear it getting better.
He's a detail-oriented person. I mean, I've spoken with him, and when I was at CHHA, the next time he came on this program with you, he actually brought me a cable for the guitars because the one I had was too short, and he made one because he makes those cables right for Long and McQuaid, and it was like, oh my gosh, what an amazing person,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, wow.
Was that Brian G?
No, I think it was Mitch.
It was Mitch?
It was Mitch.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Because I know Brian makes cables. I don't think Mitch does.
Oh, but it was Brian. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Mitch, you're wonderful too if you're listening. Oh, that was Brian G.
Brian's another guitar player that we played with. Yes, Brian G.
Oh, yeah,
he's amazing.
Yeah. He. Well, there you go. I got them mixed up, but you play with some pretty great people. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about your acting career because you are an actress. Mm-hmm. And you just had some references in there. If this was a movie script, this would be the whole thing. But so talk about the kinds of things. What have you been doing, and the things you've enjoyed the most doing? And I think you did an episode of Suits. You did also some others. You're doing. And this is a film and a television production city. We're like Hollywood North.
Yeah. I did an episode of The Boys, which was one of my favorite things to do. It was season 1, episode 4. Mm-hmm. And it was really fun because I got to play a mother, and I'm with my daughter, and we're on a plane that's going down. Oh. And so I got to really, really, really be emotional. And I always wondered, am I going to be able to bring it? If I have to do that someday. And I found out that I was going to be able to. Wow, it's easy though, because they make it feel real. They make the plane rock. They put the wind and things flying and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's yeah. But for me, that was a great experience. I had a lot of fun, and you'd think it would be like not pleasant to be that upset all day, but it was really cathartic.
That's interesting. Yeah, cathartic. Wow. So
Yeah.
where do you dig to get that stuff? Like I know some people have to think about something sad or horrible or happy
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know what the methodology is, you know.
Yeah. For me, it was just it was there. You know what I mean? It was inside of me already. Um, that kind of pain and drama, but I don't think you could use like somebody else or some other situation. I don't know if it would work.
No, but your own sadness, your own what's inside
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Without
That's what I meant.
consciously making a decision, really, I just kind of thought, well, what if it was me and my niece, who I love very much, on the plane?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that kind of, I think that sparked it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't know what it's called, what method it is, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever works the best, you know.
Yeah.
In the old Hollywood days, they used to do some horrific things to people to make them cry or laugh or whatever, you know. Like,
Yeah, and I think that still happens. But there's whatever your approach is to get where you need to go, I guess, is valid.
It is valid.
Yeah.
So, boys and other productions and
I did an episode of Chucky, the TV series based on the movie about the murderous doll Chucky.
Oh yeah, Chucky.
So
the crazy doll. Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
series,
Chucky.
huh? Well, what I loved about this was that I got to meet Jennifer Tilly, who I've been a huge fan of hers, and her sister Meg Tilly, because I loved the movie Agnes of God that Meg was in.
Oh, yeah.
And I also loved Jennifer's work, too. And so I got to, I was in the makeup trailer with her. She was super nice. She introduced herself. She was like, sometimes these people don't even say hello to you. They just ignore you.
Right.
But she was super friendly. She remembered my name for the whole shoot. It was just like, she was a class act, and that made that so special for me.
Well, yeah, I was it Keanu Reeves? Is it Keanu Reeves who takes the subway and gives to the to sit in the park?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't. It's not even about not taking yourself seriously, because these people take themselves very seriously, and maybe that's the whole deal. They do take themselves seriously, so they're able to, stick with life, stick with what's real, and not get into the the Hollywood vibe. Yeah,
get kind of lost the way I think some people get lost. Like, she was really present and just human, and it was nice.
That is really nice. I thought you'd done was I wrong about the Suits thing? For some reason that came up. Maybe it was boys, and I was thinking of Suits.
Yeah, I don't think it was Suits, although I would have loved to be on Suits.
Yeah, I thought it was Suits.
I thought that was a great show.
But it was boys. It was it's an S ending, and I can be really messed up, It was an S ending. Suits, boys. Well, it's a Z ending. Yeah. But anyway, that's amazing. So you have been promoting a lot of artists. You've done a lot of shows especially with like women, 3 women, or men and women as well. In like you do a show with three sets, and each you'll do one, and then you'll have other people doing the other sets, and that really works really well. That's a great model. I like it, and it's fun for us too, and we get to hear each other's music and be inspired by each other. So it's better. I think the more the merrier. Yeah, and I was really impressed by Charlotte, the girl from Nashville. Charlotte Morris. Yeah, Charlotte Morris. She's going to be sending me some voiceovers and her singles. Like, hasn't released her entire album, but as the singles come out, I said just send me those that you have and what's coming up with a voiceover, and I'll put it in the new. And or new to you releases and get them out there on Spotify, because, you know, I like that you like promoting other artists. It's so generous and so genuine. I love that about you. I really do.
That's what you do too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's room for everybody, really.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
Absolutely. Now, so we got a couple more songs to play. we got there's Passenger Seat. I'm going to leave the Log Cabin for the end for obvious reasons, because it's summer. We want to send people out on vacation, right, when we leave. But Passenger Seat, that's do you have a backstory for that?
Yeah. Okay, so that one is also on the newest EP, We Got This Side Do. And it was inspired by when my partner, Peter Collins, and I met. It was at a producer's party, and he had not wanted to go. He just had a rough breakup. And I as well. I just got it out of a very unfulfilling romantic situation. But somehow we just started talking, and we didn't stop talking. And we've basically been together ever since, although we were friends for the first year.
Yeah. Isn't that a great idea? That's a good thing.
That's the only way to do it, as far as I'm concerned now. But it's basically our origin story. That's what I like to say.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's great. No, I didn't know that. There you go. You see?
Yeah. It is. And when we sat down with Mitch to produce it, right, we thought we really wanted to make the chorus stand out, like to make the chorus and the verse very different from each other, arrangement-wise.
Right. And
I think you'll hear, when you hear it, that we definitely accomplished that.
Okay, well, I don't doubt it. You know, and and people have got to pick up your music, because and also go to shows when you're playing live, because it's really great. So here it is, Passenger Seat. This sounds wonderful. Okay, so here it is, Passenger Seat, Melanie Peterson and Hunky P. Collins.
They had their stories they told about you. They tell them to me, swear that they were true. Painted your picture with one dirty paintbrush. No one seemed to notice you had grown up, that you have a softness, a deep understanding. Those 10 a.m. phone calls and all that demanding. Everyone worried about where you'd be landing. Maybe it was in the stars, but you jumped into my car. Shout, you look defeated, dazzled and tired. Told me that your heart got broke, and I just had to hold you close as we flew out of town. You in the passenger seat, just enough cash to last us the week. Feet on the dash, empty coffee cups, a couple of wild ones in scissored out of that parking lot, spitting gravel behind us, no second thoughts. Every song on the radio singing right to us. Maybe it was in the stars, but you jumped into my car and we flew out of town. You in the passenger
I'm so glad I know that that's your startup song. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's our origin story.
Absolutely. Startup song. As I say. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Getting to
I
know
know what you mean
you, getting
exactly.
to know all about you song. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And now you've got little Audrey, your puppy, who's been very quiet
Yes, she's
today.
fun.
What, did you drug her or
She's been very
something?
quiet, just
Yeah.
lying.
My
No,
cat,
God, no. But we did have a couple walks in the heat, I think.
oh, that'll do
Just
it.
took it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes it out of all of us.
But she's right here.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's a little sweetheart. Did you name her after Audrey
Yeah.
Hepburn?
I did.
I
Yeah.
love Audrey Hepburn. You see,
Holy, so do I.
my favorite movie is Charade. My second favorite, which could be my first favorite too, is Breakfast at Tiffany's. Those two movies, holy moly.
So good.
So
Yeah.
good. So good.
So good. So romantic.
And yeah, and real too. You know, again, I love Breakfast
Yeah.
at Tiffany's because of the because it's about a woman who she has borderline personality disorder. This is if that character, Hollywood lightly, Hollywood,
Yeah.
she's typically borderline, with
Yeah.
absolutely. So that I relate to that because I have that situation, and I just loved it. I love the fact that she called her cat. She didn't no, she couldn't land anywhere. She just just sort of flowed with everything. But yeah, it's beautiful. So what do you like about Audrey Hepburn?
Oh boy, I like her acting. I think every choice of movies she ever did, I've watched them all. I really like the Nun story, actually.
That's a fabulous movie. Yes, I love
Right?
it. Yes.
So in acting school, it's kind of like our homework to watch actors. So I went through a Betty Davis phase and a Joan Crawford phase, who are amazing. But for some reason, Audrey she just resonated with me so much. So beautiful and classy.
Yeah, and there's a person who, as a young girl, helped with the Dutch resistance. Yeah, she did some pretty dangerous work in helping flyers, servicemen get back to their get out of Holland safely. Getting them in and out of the country to do whatever mission they were on. It's just so dangerous and such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And later she did a lot of work for starving people.
UNICEF, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, UNICEF. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So pretty nice.
For the kids. Yeah. No, and she loved, you know what? She loved to walk her dog.
There you go.
No, she's the best exercise was her walking her dog. I remember seeing that somewhere. I forget where it was. You read it or you see a video or something, on YouTube. But yeah, that's what I love about her. So we're coming up to the close of the show pretty soon, and so you're chilling this summer, are you? You're chilling?
I think so. After we do the Danny Loves Music Festival, we're actually going to the log cabin to spend a week and take Audrey. She loves it there.
Does she?
So,
where's your cabin?
It's not ours, actually. It's a friend of ours.
Yeah, you don't have to give the exact place. I don't want everyone to end up.
Yeah.
Hey, and there's the cat. Oh, you guess who's awake? Yeah, that's Rory.
I can hear.
Yeah,
Hello.
he's a big old Maine Coon cat, and he's now getting all vocal. Yeah, he said, "Oh, it's the end of the show. Can I meow now?" Not yet. Okay.
No. Give us a few more minutes.
He said, "Well, you're talking about the dog." Anyway, so Audrey loves it. So it's a friend's place. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in Quadville, which is a very small town north of Bancroft.
Right. Oh, that's a beautiful area for cottages, and
we think so.
So
it's one
beautiful.
of the most.
Yeah, we're so
gorgeous.
lucky. We're so lucky to live in Canada.
We really are.
Places.
And
you don't even have to go. Somebody said, to me, someone who's not from Toronto said, "It's so green." I said, "Yeah, we have a very green city." And you don't have to go very far outside of the city to get even greener, you know. And
Yeah,
of course,
to get
but and then when you
super green.
go, super green, then you get into the cottage country, and that's absolutely gorgeous. North of Bangkok.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. So you're going to spend some time there. Did you have a specific week, 2 weeks? What do you do?
I think we'll do a week. And I always do lots of writing when I'm there. So that's good. And then coming back in August, and Mitch and I are working on a cover EP. So 6 cover songs.
Oh, that's a great idea. You know, it's important. My mother said to me, because she knows I was writing, I know I write songs too, you know, not like you, but I write songs. She said,
yes.
And she would say in her voice, you know, because my mom was the singer MC at the Brunswick House for 27 years.
Wow.
Yeah, on the brass plaque outside the Brunny, which is now a Value Village down there at Brunswick and Bloor, her name is there. Yeah, Rockin' Irene Labia. Yeah, she was there for 27 years. But she used to say to me, Joyce, this is her. I'm sorry to mock you, Mom. Joyce, you know, I know you like to write songs, but you know, there are so many wonderful songs out there, and they can't be forgotten, and they have to be sung. So I'm just saying that from my mom. It's true, though.
That's well said. It is true. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I won't ask you what they are, what genres or anything. You'll just surprise us, and we'll have to have you back on to play those songs.
That's a great idea.
Who'd have thought of that, eh? So I'm glad I left the log cabin for the last song. Don't go away. I'm going to play it, and we'll end the program right after the log cabin, and you get a little picture of it here in Melanie's wonderful song. Here it is, the log cabin.
Early morning daydreams, faded old magazines, pine trees and bumblebees. You can't let go.
to invite myself up, but I don't think two's company, three's a crowd. Well, we got Audrey. Three's company, four's a crowd. So I want to thank you for joining me here today, and for sure you're going to come back with more songs.
Definitely.
Love to hear your covers.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do that.
Yeah, we will. And I love it. Could you add a couple of covers into your shows? You, of course, Melanie, Brand New Key, which I love. I love her.
Yeah.
And, of course.
That's one of the tracks we're going to record.
Give away. And then also Country Roads. You also sing Country Roads, right?
Yeah.
That, and everybody sings along.
I love doing that song.
Yeah, John Denver. Yes. What a great artist. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, really good.
Gosh, it brings me back to 1974. Yeah, I was just a young girl, 19.
19.
Yeah. And that's
listening
also,
to John Denver.
Yeah, and Benny and the Jets,
yeah.
all that. That all came out around that time. It's great music. So, and of course, we're listening to great music from Melanie Peterson today. So I want to thank you again for joining me here on the Joyce Aldrich Show.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have to have Hunky Pete on as well. He's a quiet guy.
Sure.
He's a quiet guy, but I'd like to hear his side of the story too.
Yeah, he'll say a few things. We'll just have to encourage him.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's amazing, and thank you so much for joining us here today. And I'm going to just sign out with, of course, Chris Burkett on the voiceover here for the Arts and Entertainment Edition. And I also want to encourage people to join us for the Joyce Aldrich Show, the Paranormal and UFO Edition. And my next guest on that one is going to be a tarot reader from the States. So we're going to really have a great time. I've got some wonderful guests coming up on that edition as well. I separated them out because it just didn't seem right to mix it. I like to keep things separate. Anyway, it all works out. Anyway, thanks again. And here we go. We'll be back with more great music and more with Melanie when she comes back with her covers. Yes, all dressed. Oh, you could call it all dressed.
I like that.
Yeah, covers, all dressed.
All dressed.
There you go. We'll see. Well, you probably get off stop, after the show, you go, what was she saying?
No. I'll throw the idea out to the band and see what they
all
think.
Covered up.
all covered up. I like that too.
There you go.
Covered up.
All dressed, all covered up. There you go. We've got you covered. No.
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 Or we've got this covered.
Because you've got this already. We got this. And so get that album. Of course, go to melaniepeterson.ca. Let's not forget to remind people to go there to get your fabulous music. Yes, bye.
I'm on all the digital platforms as well, like Spotify and Apple Music. So you can listen to it there. That's your jam.
And watch the videos. Go to YouTube. Watch the videos. Just go to melaniepeterson.ca. Everything is there. It's a one-stop shop. And you can also get merch. Let's not forget that.
Yes.
Got shirts and mug and all kinds of cool things. I still have to get my I need a mug. I'll have to do that. I'll have to get one from you at some point.
We'd love to get you a mug.
I'll buy it, and you can put some of Hunky Pete's great hummus in there.
See?
He makes Yeah. See? There's the thought.
You're thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm merchandising you. Okay, so we're going to go out now. Now, fine. I'm a long goodbye person.
Yeah.
I never say goodbye, but I'm going to say goodbye now. So here we go with Chris Burkett, and great producer, and he condescended to do this for me. Here we go.
You are listening to the Joyce Aldrich Show from Toronto, Canada, Arts and Entertainment Edition.